championship week, or should I say Super Bowl week. Chiefs versus Eagles. Last week we all gave our 2 early predictions. Has anything changed with you?
Slightly.
Okay.
I'm willing to back off the shootout prediction.
Okay.
I really do think Philly's gonna try and run it down our throats. So that being said, 24-17.
Still Chiefs?
Still Chiefs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They've got a hell of a fire defense. I'm not gonna act like they don't.
Yeah.
But I think Pat wants his second. And I think he's gonna do whatever's necessary to make it happen. And as long as Mike Remmers ain't the left tackle, I think we'll be all right.
You know what? Just real quick though. I know and understand that yes, the last time the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl, Mike Remmers was the starting left tackle for the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
But let's keep it funky. If it weren't for the other 2 injuries on the same said offensive line that forced, you know what I'm saying, Mike Remmers and I don't even remember who the other cats were to have to play.
Mm-hmm.
If it were only Mike Remmers, that they actually still would have had a shot.
No, absolutely not.
If Mike Remmers were the only injured offensive lineman, or was the only
playing left tackle,
if he were the only replacement that had to be made that year, if everybody else would have been cool, they probably still probably lost, but they would have had a better shot.
No. Jason Pierre-Paul against Mike Remmers, he gonna live. No.
I'll say damn near anybody.
Think of it this way. If you already know that Mike Remmers is the one offensive lineman that you're using to replace somebody, that means you're already going to scheme and plan to give this dude help.
Well, and even with the scheme and the plan, he failed.
With 3 other injuries to the offensive line, you cannot scheme to give him any kind of help.
He's got to hold up his end.
There's no end to hold up.
Yes, it is. You're the left tackle.
Yeah. As a professional, you got to do way more.
You got to do way more than Mike Remmers' effort in the Super Bowl.
So
let me get this straight.
He
So it was simply Mike Remmers.
Oh no!
Exactly. No, the whole offensive line was a sieve.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter what you
Not
did.
the whole offensive line.
Yes, it was.
The tackles.
No, the whole offensive line when the Chiefs lost that Super Bowl was a sieve. I just watched it again yesterday.
Who was like? There were 2 starters that were actually out there though, weren't they?
No. I think there was one starter, and I don't even think he was, and he wasn't even like the beginning of the year starter.
Yeah,
he was like
there was 2 starters.
I know the tackles were.
It was Allegretti, Remmers, and was it Wiley on the right side?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, nah, I'm not saying that, but I'm just tired of hearing that it was simply Mike Remmers.
No, of course it's not just Mike Remmers, but it's a pretty glaring. He's a pretty glaring.
Dude, that whole offensive line that started for the Super Bowl last time Chiefs were in it was glaring.
Okay, but why are we caping for Mike Remmers? Is what I'm trying to get at.
I'm just because, man, you know, hey.
That's damn near like caping for Lynn Elliott.
Well, I mean, okay, but at some point you have to. It is what it was. You know what I'm saying? There's no matter how many times you point out it was Mike Remmers.
Nigga, you know I hold a grudge.
For Mike Remmers, I'm just saying, damn, you know, he's somebody we could actually get on the fucking show.
Who?
Mike Remmers.
For what?
Why not?
So I can feel like what? So I can see what it feels like to pass rush an NFL player. Is that what we gonna bring him on for?
The way he was looking,
because I'm going LT up in this hole.
You ain't getting past Mike Remmers. Come on, Quarter. Calm that down.
Yeah, I think Quarter could.
I'll give Quarter a shot, knee and all.
I think Quarter
Oh,
could.
fucking Mike Remmers.
The way he was looking in the Super Bowl, like for real.
he could have slowed them up more if he just would have stopped. If he just would have stood up and stepped back. If he just would have done that, he would have held people for a half a second longer than he did.
Because it was bad.
It was bad. His step out was ridiculous. You know what? I'm not gonna blame it all on Mike Remmers. I'm gonna blame it on Andy Reid for Mike Remmers being the solution at left tackle.
Mike Remmers was never the solution.
Yeah, that was all they had. Like,
That was all.
But that's what they signed him for. But that's what they signed him for.
They signed him to be a body because they didn't expect to ever have to use.
They signed him to be a swing tackle.
But normally you keep 9 offensive linemen on your squad,
and then all of a sudden 7 of them get hurt.
Yeah, it was one of them things where dudes shouldn't have been out there, especially in
and
the
he
Super
wouldn't
Bowl.
have been out there.
In almost any other scenario, he was not going to be playing.
In 99% of the other scenarios that happen, he's not going to be out there.
He's not out there.
Y'all know I follow Bomani. So I just every time he brings up Mike Remmers, I
But just as a professional lineman, you got to do way better.
You've got to do better than that.
You just got to do better than that.
Look,
I'm sorry.
Everybody on that line that night, as a professional lineman, had to do way
Allegretti held his own.
So he only gave up 3 sacks.
I don't know that Allegretti gave up any sacks in the Super Bowl.
I mean, no. I'm willing to bet that all them cats gave up a sack.
I give you that.
Everybody gave up a sack.
At least a shared one.
At least.
Hey, but Allegretti was a fucking undrafted. Was he undrafted or 6th round or some shit like that? Rookie.
When you play,
I think he did an admirable job.
When you playing, you playing. It don't matter where you playing from.
Okay.
So
he did a much better job than Remmers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he didn't. But the way you saying it, that's not a difficult thing. Anybody could have done a better job than Remmers, apparently.
No, seriously though.
But I'm just saying.
Trezell Jenkins would have done.
I wouldn't go there.
Man,
I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there. Yeah. I wouldn't take it that far.
Now you sound like Quarter saying that LeBron James ain't one of the top 75 players of all time.
Mike Remmers is a journeyman tackle that could not even be a journeyman tackle in the most important game of his life.
He was a body.
Hey,
that's literally all he was.
He was a blocking sled.
So how bad would the current Chiefs offensive line have to take a step down to be that bad for y'all to get beat by the Eagles like that?
Somebody would have to get hurt.
It wouldn't be. I don't think that the Chiefs offensive line could get controlled like that offensive line did.
Yeah, because if Brown comes out, they're going to bring fucking.
Because if it's all said, when it's all said and done, if nothing else, that offensive line that they have that has protected Patrick Mahomes the best statistically according to the Pro Football Focus and all the numbers and shit, they can get out there and run block, and they can all run block. They can all run. They love run. Trey Thomas,
Smith,
or Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey.
Oh yeah,
Orlando Brown. Oh, they love run blocking.
But I'm scared about that in this game, though. I ain't gonna lie, like that. That's a lot of meat in that interior defensive line for Philly, man.
That's good. I want all that meat in the interior line just like that, getting clogged up, and I want Pacheco using the
running off tackle. I get you.
The skills he's picked up over the past 4 or 5 weeks of being able to take a step into a hole and then this ain't the one, and back out and move it on up to the other side. So I don't think that like I said, I don't think the Chiefs offensive line could look as bad as they did in that last Super Bowl, simply because their offensive line they're pretty much intact. And the last time it was the exact opposite. And let's keep it all the way funky. Even when that offensive line was fully intact and healthy, it still wasn't the best offensive line out there. It was still rather suspect.
Yeah, say Pat covered up a lot of deficiencies.
Yeah, you got a lot of pressures.
Yeah.
Got a lot of pressures. I'm not really worried about our line. I'm just worried about if we're going to be able to run the ball. Even if we don't do it often, if we're successful on those reps, I think things bode well for us.
Well, how many rushes do you need to guarantee a win? How many times you think Andy will for real give Pacheco? McKinnon?
I don't think there's a number that you could answer that one with.
You don't think?
Nah, because the way Andy's offense is set up, any play can score. I mean, literally any play can. So it could be a run play that scores. It could be a quick out or a bubble screen or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's no telling. Which run play could necessarily, how many runs specific, because they could get 12 runs. Let's say they get Pacheco 12 carries and McKinnon another 6 carries. So that's 18 carries between. So let's say they get running backs 20 carries. They could still lose.
I don't think
that's not really a lot of carries.
I don't think the threshold has to be that high. I think they just have to run more than they have. Right? So
I think the onus is on scoring.
So I think hold on. I think there's a threshold, and what the threshold delineates is whether or not Andy is invested in the run at all for this game. If combined you get 15 carries out of Pacheco and and Jet, then he's for Andy anyway, he's serious about running the ball. And out of those 15 carries, if we can get 80 to 100 yards out of those 15 carries, it's doing what it's supposed to do. And those running backs will also benefit. It'll be total yardage for them. It won't just be running. Right. But those 15 carries they get have to be successful so that the passing touches that they get are equally as beneficial.
Yeah, but it's going to just come down to them scoring. Because if they can manage to keep the clock moving, whether it's with short passes or long, or with completions, as opposed to trying to just run the ball. Because you already. I mean, let's not go into this trying to think that Andy is gonna outsmart Andy.
No.
And Andy. We already know what Andy's gonna do. Andy's gonna hit you with these. He's gonna hit you with the one cut and dive run play. He's gonna hit you with swing pass. He's gonna hit you with a bubble screen. He's gonna hit you with an out. A wide receiver slant. That those gonna be 6 of the first 15 plays.
Yeah, I'm looking at this from the perspective of this is Andy investing into the run game. And if Andy's invested into the run game, I'm not saying that he's there. He's using it to score, but he is using it to get.
No, I'm saying the run. How vested I think Andy gets into the run game depends upon how well they're scoring. How well they score.
I think it's more successful. It's more. It's more important that the run game gets them to the red zone.
Because if the Chiefs get a 10-point lead, Andy's going to run the ball more.
Sure.
If the Chiefs don't don't have a 10-point lead or down by 3, Andy's going to throw. That's why I'm saying that it's really dependent upon how they're scoring. Because
I don't know if we're going to get up 10 points on them.
I think it's possible.
It's possible, but
it's definitely possible.
But
the main way that happens though is the Chiefs defense has to get a 4 and out or has to get a 3 and out.
Right, a couple of them.
The Chiefs offense has to score. And that defense has to back that score up with a 3 and out. Right then and there, you know what I'm saying, to allow the Chiefs offense to get back out and hopefully score again. And then it becomes incumbent of the Chiefs offense to score 6 and not 3. Because the past couple of weeks or past couple of games, they've really been field goal kickers. And not touchdown scorers. And that has scared me more than anything.
So the Eagles don't give up a lot of chunk plays. So
The Chiefs don't need them to. Because the Chiefs know how to drive. The Chiefs know how to take 10, 12, 15 plays to get down the field and score. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, like I said, it just becomes incumbent of them to score touchdowns. Because we know what the Eagles are gonna do. Fat back left, fat back right, fat back up the middle. RPO.
Hey, if we can give their defense a reason to either bracket Kelsey or stack the line, we'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like.
Just thinking, do you really think that they would, like, for real, dedicate that much, like, those many resources to covering Kelsey?
Maybe. I bet they have a set for it.
I think they're going to try to zone Kelsey, honestly.
That would be bad.
Either zone him or try to straight up man him. And either way, it's not going to end up good for him because it's only one person I've seen that I think can cover Travis Kelsey one-on-one in the league.
Who's that?
Old boy from San Diego or from Los Angeles. Derwin James.
Man, I just found that dude was Edgerrin James' little cousin.
Oh, word?
Yeah, literally just found that out today.
Yeah, but he can cover Travis Kelsey one-on-one, and that's the only person safety or linebacker that I've ever seen really be able
just man up on him.
To stay with it. Yeah. The Eagles don't have an answer for what Travis Kelsey does.
And see, we start getting busy in the middle of the field. You can shut it down.
Because, as good as their corners are, their safeties aren't all that great. Like, they're serviceable, but they're not anything spectacular.
No, their safeties are decent and decent at best. They still young. Like the Chiefs corners. Well, not as young as the Chiefs corners, but because the Chiefs corners are mostly rookies, which is amazing to me.
No, they ain't rookies anymore.
Well, my bad, first-year players.
First-year veterans, yeah.
Yeah, but that's amazing to me that those dudes, that the Chiefs, because the Chiefs never let rookies do anything.
I think that was Veach's strategy this year.
And they had to. They almost had to.
Yeah, they did have to because money.
Yeah, and we couldn't keep sending old boy out there that we traded off. Oh man, come on, y'all.
Went to the Niners.
Who, Tyreek Hill?
No. Corner. Fenton.
Fenton. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Hey, what's up, DJ Sincere, man? How you doing, fam?
Hey.
What up?
What it do?
Yeah, fentanyl.
This desk still on fire from Friday. Shit.
Man. Yeah, if y'all missed out Friday night, it was oof. But I don't know, man. I didn't make a prediction last week because I wasn't here. So and honestly, last week I don't even know if I could have made a prediction because I wasn't sure if Kadarius Toney was gonna be out. If he was gonna be in the mix. I wasn't sure if was it Juju was what I'm saying was right. I wasn't sure if excuse me. So now that we have some of those questions answered, I'm
Hey, if Kadarius Toney scores, we win. If he scores,
Just at all.
You know who they activated today?
who?
I know it wasn't fumbles.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, I did see that.
Did they now?
Yeah, because they had to put Cole Harbin on IR.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I mean, this is just. I would not be surprised if Clyde Edwards-Helaire somehow
Got touches?
Yeah, I was gonna say if he even saw the field.
I would not be surprised if he scored a touchdown.
You think they're gonna give him any touches over McKesson?
Hey,
or McKinnon and Pacheco
let me tell you something. If they
Necessarily
do
over.
that,
I just think it.
at this point in the season.
if they do that, then Clyde ain't going nowhere.
Oh, Clyde's still gone.
No,
Clyde's still gone.
no. But if they do that,
Clyde's still gone.
then they have a unnatural obsession with that man.
They
have to.
No, they're doing that to make sure that Clyde can go.
In the Super Bowl, though,
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
I'm just saying, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, because think about. I mean, you didn't even have
Might
to
they do some
activate
weird shit like have Clyde return a kickoff or some shit like that?
You didn't even have to activate him.
At this point,
You
he's
could
the
have pulled
best
somebody
option.
in from the practice squad.
He was the best option at this point.
I'm
Hey,
just
but
saying.
look,
If you gonna bring anybody back off the
Anybody on the roster for the Super Bowl can get it.
all hands on deck. I'm with
I'm
that.
just saying, don't be. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying, don't be surprised.
I would be very surprised if he gets a touch in the Super Bowl. And when I
wouldn't.
say a touch, I'm talking about any touches.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's
If he sees the field,
hold on. Let's talk though, because there's a couple of different variants of this, right? He could touch the field because of an injury.
I could see that.
Okay, right.
I could see that.
And if he touches the field because of an injury, he's going to get a significant amount of touches.
But who gets injured though? If Pacheco gets injured, maybe.
My guess would be McKinnon.
And see, I think if McKinnon gets hurt, then they just gonna feed Pacheco. Like y'all are gonna give Pacheco way more carries. If the only other option
But
is,
they would
is
still,
Pacheco,
but they would still give Allaire plays because he still has good hands out the backfield. Pacheco doesn't necessarily have good hands out the back or have sheer hands out of the backfield like that. So,
But Clyde didn't put it on the ground a couple times in some key situations. Like that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying it. Hey,
I don't know if Andy trusts dude enough with as much
no.
as he's missed.
I was gonna say that I don't know about Andy putting
what?
an unknown quantity on the field.
And it wouldn't be about necessarily Andy trusting him. It's about Pat trusting him. If in that moment, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not. I don't know how Patrick Mahomes feels about Clyde Edwards-Helaire overall. But in that moment, you know what I'm saying, where something could go down, I think Pat would trust him enough to give him to call his number.
You asking a lot from a dude that when was the last time he touched the field? It was like week 10 or some shit.
Man,
If that.
It was.
Because it was before the Niners game, wasn't it?
It was before. I want to say it was before week 10.
So he's missed a solid 2.5 months at this.
Oh
point.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he's yeah. But apparently he's in shape enough for them to go ahead and activate him.
So he ain't took no hits in a while.
And he is fresh. He's the freshest running back they got right now. And he may have been working on his handles.
And the man was a first round pick. So
I mean, and
at some point you got to get something out.
And not just a national champion.
Hey,
That was a key part in the national championship.
okay, if you play that man in this game, without any injuries to a running back. You have lost all faith in your plan.
Or I give you one better. It's a blowout. Chiefs up 30 in the third quarter.
You think he'll take up 30?
Yeah, put him in there. I can see
Sure.
that. I can see that. But that's the only scenario that I see that man getting significant clout.
I don't think Andy will let him get up 30.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I can see it though.
I don't think Andy would let him.
I can actually see y'all beating the shit out the Eagles.
Oh, I can too.
Like for real.
Don't get it twisted. The same way the Chiefs demolished the 49ers when we played them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just got Christian McCaffrey, so their offense wasn't necessarily clicking the right way yet. But that defense had been together all year, busting people's heads, busting their head. And their defense, in my opinion, is a little bit better than the Eagles' defense.
Hey,
we're going top to bottom. It most definitely is. Yeah.
Hey, think about this. If we beat them, that will make 1, 2. Literally, that would have meant that the Eagles fired a dynasty. Because if they hadn't fired him, he could have won the one that Peterson won. He could have won the year we won, right?
That's a mighty big if, man, because that's like 8 years later.
I would say at this point, yeah.
No, even when they won that Super Bowl, that was like 7, 8 years after he'd already been here. This is Andy Reid's 10th or 11th year here, y'all.
No, it wasn't 8 years. They won that Super Bowl. Kelly was there, 2 years or 3?
No, they just won the Super Bowl like 4 years ago.
Nah, they won it.
Or was it 5 years ago?
They won
16, I thought it was.
No, it was 17.
Yeah, it was 17.
It was 17. So they just won. That was like 6
well,
years ago.
That would have been 5 years after Andy left, though.
So that's Andy. No, that's 6 years after. No, that's about 5 years after. So I mean, yeah, that's still a big if. He's not sticking around. They wouldn't have held him on.
And most of those players weren't his players too.
Yeah, well, they just wouldn't. I just don't think they would have held on to him that 5 years in between.
But I think there's enough juice there to say that even as crazy as Andy's end in Philly was, he could have got him back to the fucking NFC Championship. You know what I mean? Like with the roster that he was fucking with, if they were healthy, and he backed off of some of the notions that got him fired. You know what I mean? He could have been there, and probably could have won that Super Bowl earlier than it would have took Peterson. Because was that Peterson's first year or second year? I think it was his first year.
I think it was his first year.
I
Yeah.
think it was the second.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I think it was the second. Because I know that he was there right after Chip Kelly, and I feel like they had a little bit of turnover that first year, and then that second year was when they had what's his name, Carson Wentz. And,
it was the second because he drafted Wentz.
Yeah. Because they already had Foles.
Yeah, and that was the second year. Okay, yep. So you
Okay.
But it didn't take him long.
Yeah.
It didn't take him long at all.
And I think it would have took less time with Andy. But my point being though is
see, that's a different kind of less though, because Andy had already been there 15 years.
I still maintain
he did take him to a Super Bowl.
Hey,
And 5 straight NFC championships, I think, wasn't it? 4. So
Hey, I still maintain though that Philly fans' psyche will be forever broken. Forever broken about that.
if your boy won the chip,
If Andy wins Sunday.
They'll be fucked up about that.
I don't think so.
That's why Charlie's in Philly ain't gonna be open for the Super Bowl.
but that's just out of respect.
That's
that's
just out of being smart.
Yeah, that's smart.
And keeping your Patriots safe.
Because they'll fuck around and burn that bitch.
Right.
They may fuck around and burn it down anyway.
True that.
We don't lose. This is Philly fan we talking about. So I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. Philly fans' psyche is gonna be fucked.
Them niggas threw batteries in.
Philly fan has way more to lose in this than we do.
man, Philly fan is already burning shit down.
It's like whether they win the chip or not, something's
Right.
getting destroyed.
The city's getting
Yeah.
destroyed.
If we lose, we just ain't gonna flood downtown. Just-
Right.
So who has to play extremely bad for the Chiefs to take a L? Like who's the couple of players that if they have shitty games, y'all definitely losing. Besides
Mahomes.
hey, somewhere tell me where the smoke out is if we win. That needs that.
It's everywhere.
Shit on the lawn.
No, well, you know, I gotta take my ride if we win. Like me, mom, and my little one did. Last time we won, we went down to the plaza in Westport and downtown and high five people out the truck. And, yeah, we're gonna do it up.
No falling out of trees though.
No tree action for me.
Hey, that's actually my coworker knows that dude.
Yeah, a friend of mine knows that guy too. Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm watching the fucking news. All of a sudden, these jackass fall out of a tree." I was like, I knew it was him.
Oh yeah, shout out to Nikki Conrad, aka the Lay's Potato Girl now. Formerly KC Potato Girl, the chick that was eating the potato at the divisional game. She got a Lay's sponsorship. They flying her out there to the game, dog.
She don't need a baked potato out there.
I bet you she gonna take one.
Oh, I'm not saying she don't need one. I'm saying she don't need one.
The things you can get for going viral these days.
Boy.
Because do you know how warm it is in Phoenix right now? It's a solid 85. 85.
Man, I take that though. Shit, it was damn near 70.
It's gonna be an iced potato.
Wasn't it 70 here yesterday though?
Was it 70? Get
Yeah,
up 70?
It was like 68, 69.
I was digging it.
Motherfuckers gonna have pneumonia this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Because I seen a whole bunch of the others outside in shorts, and I was like, it can't be that warm. And I stepped outside, and I was like, oh, okay. I'll give y'all a pass on this one.
Not like this. Y'all out here in Daisy Dukes and flip flops and bikini tops and shit. Tank tops. I'm like, dude, it is 64 degrees. The fuck is wrong with you? Put some goddamn clothes on.
Love it.
But who has to play bad? I think one person who definitely would have to play bad would have to be number 57.
He was tops on my list.
I think he would. I think if he has a bad game,
Then we have a bad game.
it can definitely make it a lot easier for the Chiefs to have a bad game as a whole, or Chiefs offense to have a bad game as a whole. But I think just as important, I think that if Travis Kelce has a bad game.
No, when you say Kelce having a bad game, are we talking just not being productive, turnovers, combination of both?
It would be not being productive because Kelce really doesn't turn the ball over. I will give him credit for that. But
Typically not.
Typically, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I can only think of like maybe 3 times.
And they worked to get the ball. He didn't just put it on the ground.
Nah, one time he did just put it on the ground because he was carrying it like a loaf of bread, like how Quarter say.
But I'm saying that's that one circumstance.
But the other times, yeah, they had to like peanut punch that motherfucker out or rip it out.
And was Shady playing with us at the time? Did he just catch some bad habits from him?
Nah, this was before. This was before Shady. This was This is really even before Pat. This was still with Alex Smith. See, that was a different Travis Kelce.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Pat has really, really elevated that man's game. Like, I mean, and in his game was already elite. You know what I mean? Like, but their whole thing is chemistry.
Nah.
They playing basketball out there.
Kelsey's game was not elite before his years with Patrick Mahomes.
I disagree.
Kelsey's game.
I disagree.
Game was solid, and Kelsey was a top 5 tight end for sure.
He was
top 3.
He was top 2. It was him and Gronk. At the tight end.
It was him and Gronk for like 5-6 years.
It was him and Gronk. And depending on the system, you could take either one and make the argument that either one of them was the best at the time.
Let me see if I can go back.
But yeah, I say from like what 2014 to 19. What was the?
I'm with that. Yeah.
What was Pat's first year? 18.
First year as a starter.
Yeah,
was
first year as a starter.
2018.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Because they won Super Bowl 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I say a solid 4 year from 14 to 18. It was Gronk and it was Kelsey and whoever, basically whatever your system was, I'm taking either or. Depending on what I'm doing.
And that's with Kittle being active.
And Kittle didn't really become who he became until the last 3 years.
Right.
Let's see. All right, so Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, them cats wasn't fading Travis.
No, I'm not saying fading. Damn it. Show me the rest of that damn tight ends. Here we go. Let's see here.
And shit, Jimmy couldn't stay healthy. And he got overpaid.
Man, and shit didn't do play with like 3 Hall of
I forgot
Famers?
Delaney Walker was balling back then too.
Go Mules!
Delaney Walker,
Go Mules!
Zach Ertz, Greg Olsen.
That was the only time I wasn't hurt by Tennessee scoring on us.
Oh yeah. Kyle Rudolph.
I was like, man, he was right down the street, bro. He good. He all right.
He was for our whole offense for about 2 years. That's a real shame.
He was Central's whole offense the whole time he was down there.
Man.
He was like Travis Kelce in Division II, dog. like.
And some cats for real was like, how does that happen? Where a dude that good ends up, you know what I'm saying, at a smaller school? Because I mean, I get it, but that just never made any sense to me.
Sometimes,
it's like somebody should have found dude.
I think he was a blend transfer.
Where'd he go to school at?
CMSU.
CMSU.
No, where'd he go to high school?
I'm not even sure.
See, he might have, he just might not have got recruited.
Well, no, I think he came out of. I think he went to Blinn Junior College first.
Well, I'm just saying, but he may not have been recruited. He may not have qualified.
And that, I'll say that does happen a lot. But yeah, as far as the mine is actually not a player, but it's a position. I think if special teams doesn't give y'all what y'all need.
He was a JUCO guy. He was at Mount San Antonio College first, and then he transferred to UCM or at that time it was CMSU still. But he was balling as soon as he got here. 1,300 yards. He was also doing kickoff returns.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think he was actually playing wide receiver down there.
running back down there. He might have been playing wide receiver then.
No, because he caught 113 passes for
I just remember being
1,300 yards.
when I went to go see I think it was y'all's homecoming game that year. I just was like, damn, that's a big dude. He's the whole offense, huh?
I say take it on to the NFL.
But we had there was a few wide receivers that came out of UCM. Him, Todd DeVoe. There was one more. I can't remember. And a couple of DNs. One I know played for the Ravens and shit. Central's had a decent program.
No, but I think if y'all special teams doesn't come through, that's gonna be one of the positions
That's gonna fail us.
Yeah.
Ooh! I would hate to. Ugh, not that way.
Because who y'all gonna
That's
have
not the way I
return?
want to go down.
Because the lights may get too bright for Scott Moore if they put him back there. I mean, who
No,
are
they're
y'all
not
gonna
putting
have
him back
return?
there.
Shit.
Scott Moore ain't touched the punt since he fumbled.
Ain't Justin Watson gonna be back?
He should be.
Yeah, he's the hands guy. They told him if they even think it's gonna be a problem, they totally will sit him back there. Just get your hands on him, man.
And see, I think
Sit on down.
And I forgot which one of y'all said if a layer gets in the game, that may be where he gets in at.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And that's not what y'all want.
I don't think I want that, but if you're doing that to spell Pacheco to only run on offensive possessions, then yeah, I'm with that. I'm cool with that. Or even to spell Scott Moore from doing that, because I know he's a rookie, he's a young body, and that's why they try and put him out there for return. But I don't need him to do that. He's a second round pick for us. Make this guy the receiver that you want him to be. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the special team stuff with him. Get him involved in the offense the way you want him to be.
Yeah, so those are my two positions. Because I was gonna say, 57 most definitely. If he has a shitty game, I can definitely see the Eagles tapping y'all. But I still think Chiefs in a blowout.
I don't think it's. I ain't gonna say Orlando's gonna shine in this one, but I don't think he's gonna leak in this one. It's a lot of money in this motherfucker.
It's a fat ass contract waiting on
Like-
you. Either way, but is it gonna be with the Chiefs?
you just got to be disciplined and tough for one game, and you play your ass off in this game, you can fuck around and get the money you was looking for somewhere else. And you ain't gonna get it here. You ain't gonna get it here, but you can fuck around and get the money you was looking for.
He can get close. I don't know if he can get that. But
Nah, if he
can
balls
probably
out
get
in the
close.
Super Bowl, he's getting whatever he asked for.
Yes.
Somebody's just gonna give him a blank check. It's a wrap at that point.
Yeah.
Ooh, I sure would hate to be a fan of that team.
It's gonna happen.
But yeah, this is that type, it's that level of opportunity for him. Without a doubt.
Oh yeah, this
He can erase anything that happened during the regular season. Anything. With a good game here.
And he didn't have a bad season. I mean, all second team, all pro, pro bowlers.
let somebody tell it.
But we all know,
gave
of
up.
course,
He had the worst season ever for offensive tackle.
on any team, not just the
team.
Chiefs.
Not just NFL.
Hey, you know
Any
what?
level.
Canadian,
I'll
NCAA,
I'll give Quarter a little bit of credence.
NAIA,
Hey, I'll give Quarter.
Pop Warner.
I'll give Quarter a little bit of credence here.
707.
For how much we talk about Pat putting the game on his motherfucking back, that's not a good sign for your left tackle. You know what I mean? If you're saying that Pat is willing himself to a win in a lot of these circumstances, that doesn't speak well of your left tackle. Your left tackle's supposed to make it easy for you.
Right.
You
You're
know
not
what I mean?
supposed to worry about that blind side.
Right. And he has to be concerned about it. As well as he's playing, Brown
also,
is giving up some pressure.
Let's keep
and
it
that
funky, though. Pat always be freestyling. Pat keep a freestyle in his pocket.
Yeah.
But do you think part of that is because he knows like that could be
He knows what's going to break down,
Sometimes yes.
or he's guessing what's going to break down.
Sometimes
anticipating
I
that.
think I think 2 years ago when he was freestyled on as you know on a regular basis, I think it was because he was guessing and guessing wrong or guessing incorrectly what was going on. That was why him and Tyreek were having those issues of, Tyreek batting balls up and they getting picked off. But, shit.
Hey, I want to take a moment to give a few flowers to McCole Hardman, man. That dude actually he efforted. No, he efforted. You know what I mean? He efforted to be a part of the
3 plays
of the game plan. When clearly he was not healthy enough to do so.
Nah.
You know.
Hey, I don't know what his stomach issue is, but it's killing him.
It was like an abdominal strain. Yeah, it ain't like a stomach flu or no shit like that. Like it's some kind of an abdominal strain. That's kind of hard to be out here playing in the game in the AFC Championship with no core strength.
Oh, that's what I told you a couple weeks ago. I was like, shoot, even if he does get activated, he's lost a lot of weight. And McCole Hardman already wasn't a big dude.
Right.
So, you already only about 185 and you lose 15 pounds? Whew.
Hey, but even them 3 reps we got, we needed them.
Oh yeah, everyone.
We needed everyone.
And they are greatly appreciated.
Yeah, we needed some other different number for these people for these defenses to consider.
Oh, because people were just dropping. Almost as if there was a sniper on the roof.
So I'm really wondering, if we win, or I wonder if we're gonna be able to keep Juju or not.
I think he's one of the 3 that's definitely out. I think him, 57, and Frank Clark are not coming back, no matter what happens.
I don't disagree.
I think Juju's coming back.
Frank Clark's going to cash another decent contract.
Most definitely.
But Juju could get big money somewhere.
Don't be surprised if Frank Clark comes back.
But how and why?
For the dirt. I mean, it's going to be a super team friendly deal.
If he really believes we can grab another one back to back.
Is a championship worth more? He has 2 at this point. If y'all win, would a championship be more than a fat contract? Because he's got 2 rings at this point. Like, what's 3 gonna do? For him?
Three could
Put
could put him in the Hall of Fame consideration.
Put you at least put you in a very elite company. Who else got 3 rings?
Ain't too many.
Yeah, it's not too many cats, and not just have 3 rings, but earned 3 rings.
3 rings, yeah.
Because and let's keep it real. Playoff Frank wasn't playoff Frank for real till he got to the Chiefs.
True.
Yeah, for real.
I mean
the Seahawks wasn't shit though when he was there.
Right.
Yeah, but when he got here, he turned on. Hey, playoff.
But he turned it on.
Beep, beep. Turned up. First year.
As much as many times as we've complained about how much we're paying Frank Clark. I mean, we pay Frank Clark. He's justified his contract.
In the playoffs. And
because he's like the number 3 all-time sack leader in the playoffs, I think. It's something ridiculous. He's like, I think he's like number 3 or number 2. I know he just passed Reggie White.
Like, you know, he really does seem like the dude that Lawrence Taylor played in
Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday, yeah, like the shark from there. Like,
be careful.
Like he's gonna go down like as a legend with a 3rd ring, dog. Like for real. Like for real. He really is gonna be playoff Frank. Like for real.
You know what that 3rd ring definitely does? Puts him in the Chiefs ring of honor.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Most definitely, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And to be honest with you, I think he's already going to be in the Chiefs ring of honor if they get 2, or if he gets the 2nd one. The 3rd one just solidifies it.
I mean, he is a big part of the attitude of that defense.
And honestly, it does give him better Hall of Fame consideration. I don't think it necessarily gets him in.
No, but his playoff record and his playoff performances.
But it gives him better consideration if he did mess around and get 3 rings. So, yeah, I could see Frank Clark coming back. I would not be surprised.
I would welcome him back with open arms. But I think somebody got a check for him.
Yeah, it's definitely a check out there for him and Juju, most definitely.
Yeah, but look. I know everybody else is comfortable. I am comfortable with starting MVS as number 1 after that game.
I mean, if you had to, or that's something that
if
you
you
would
had
rather
to,
do.
you have to. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, you make him your number 1. You draft early. You draft a wide receiver early, because you know they want to. You know, and yeah, he's fast enough.
they're not gonna draft a wide receiver early.
You don't think?
Nope. I can almost guarantee you that
If Juju's gone, we
If
gonna.
Juju's gone, y'all almost have to.
even if Juju's gone, I can almost guarantee you that they'd probably still go with like a safety or a cornerback.
Another safety?
Yep.
No, I think we're going offensive line again.
They're not keeping Thornhill. They've made that evident. You know what I'm saying? He won't be back next year.
So you're saying if he ball out in the Super Bowl, that he's gone either way?
I believe he's gone either way.
I think they'll draft another safety, but not first round.
I think it would be. I think because the Chiefs will always go best athlete available, and I watched.
I mean, it's smart. It would be smart too because your whole defensive backfield would be young and under rookie contracts, so they'd be affordable for a 4 or 5 year stretch.
But do you want to start in safety that you got at the number 32 pick? Like, it's at that point the best safety's not gonna be there. The last pick of the first round.
I think Chiefs would still go best athlete available, and if that best athlete happened to be a safety, I could see them.
Has anybody checked any mocks of us?
The couple I've checked, one was the safety out of Texas A&M. I can't remember his name. And then one of them I think was either a wide receiver or a tight end out of Florida. I think something like it was something kind of threw me off. But it wasn't. But it didn't really surprise me.
I can see them giving Spags some toys if we win, right? But I could much more see another interior defensive lineman or another DN. Hell, you could even play it safe and draft you another linebacker early.
Y'all said it, linebacker.
Huh?
I definitely don't see him doing that.
Hey, but oh my God, if we did though.
But why though?
Oh, because
Nah.
Because this
y'all
defense
are
doesn't really
upset.
because this defense doesn't really have an identity yet, right? And I also think that the league is changing. The league is going to go back to running the ball. Like there are some of the more successful teams in the league are running the ball, right? Playoff teams are running the ball, right? So you're going to have a good mix of linebacker types because now right now you're dealing with smaller linebackers. You know what I mean? The coverage linebackers and shit like that, right? You're gonna need to have some run stuffers. You know what I mean? And you can grab them in later rounds now, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I
we
don't
did,
think
but
you're gonna for something that specific, like a position that specific. You're not gonna spend the first or second round pick on that.
I think it would be great to have that much talent in your linebacking core.
But when you have needs at other places, that's a Clyde Edwards-Helaire pick. That's a luxury pick that you could have done something else with.
Yeah, at this point, the Chiefs don't really.
Hey,
have
but hold
a
on.
lot of
But who's to
luxury.
say we can't get a safety in free agency?
True. But can you pay one? I mean, you might as well draft a safety. Like that's one of those positions you don't want to overpay for, and you already paid old boy last year. Like you're not gonna put that much money into your safeties.
I think you can find a deal on the safety in the offseason. I think you go
Drafting would be
I
way
think they
better.
would draft one.
I think we got a deal on Justin Reed, even though he run his mouth too much.
I think at this point, if you're gonna get a free agent in the backfield, you get a free agent cornerback.
With the ones y'all got?
Not somebody who's gonna even really necessarily be on, who's gonna hit the field a whole lot. You know, but just another OG voice to kind of help Spags while when he is on the field, playing that fifth or sixth, DB. Hey, I'm about to just take these 4 steps. He ain't getting past the 5, but the rest of y'all make sure y'all got y'all assignments straight.
I don't know though. I think Spags really believes in his defensive backfield.
Oh, I like it.
And I mean,
in his young guys, yeah.
They took y'all to the Super Bowl, so I mean, shit.
There's no Orlando Scandricks in this in this defensive backfield.
They definitely contributed in the process of getting to the Super Bowl. That is for sure.
Yeah, they played grown man minutes,
And I mean, it's asking a lot to keep the Bengals to 20 points.
Yeah.
With the offense that they have, like that really is saying something.
And as many times as Kansas City's as the offense is gonna get off the field with a score,
Right.
like they're spending significant amount of time on the field, especially in garbage time and whatnot. So I don't need them to be a top 10 defense, but I need them to be opportunistic, right? And and I need them to not just get completely outclassed.
Yeah.
Right? I don't need somebody running for 300 yards on us. Goodbye. I don't need nobody throwing for 5. Even in a win.
I do think that Patrick Mahomes winds up throwing for like 350 or 375.
Oh no, Pat gonna throw for 400 yards.
Against the Eagles though.
I think that
You may be a lot of it may be off of screens and stuff like that, but
And four bills against them.
hold on.
It's a blowout. If
Hey,
Patrick throws for 400,
15 is throwing the ball. He's throwing the ball in the Super Bowl.
y'all
he
put him on
launched
40.
that.
Super Bowl Pat is a whole different beast.
You remember Super Bowl Pat had 8 toes. It was laid out vertical
Horizontal.
or horizontal.
Hit the nigga in the face.
And still hit that
And
nigga in
still
the
hit
face
him
mask,
in the
nigga.
face mask.
Oh my
To this day,
goodness.
I'm mad at that motherfucker. Because you should have caught that.
Yeah.
You see what Pat did to get you that ball?
Yeah, man.
And that was 4th down.
It couldn't have been no more perfect.
Hey,
That pass, it couldn't have been any more perfect.
that young man is planning for these moments psychologically. Like,
Like if some shit like that happened, nigga, I'm gonna do the ultimate.
yeah, like fuck it. Here's my fucking threshold right here. I'm gonna play within the scheme. But if something go wrong, nigga, hand me my cape, dog. Hand me my cape. And it's legit. It's legit now. He's Jordan. And if he's gonna show out in any game, it's gonna be this one. That run, you don't think he's not gonna take that chance. He's going to take that chance in this game.
Well, how healthy is the ankle gonna be?
Enough.
But it'll be better than the AFC Championship.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's gonna be healthy enough.
And if he's got to run a few times, he may fuck it up a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's gonna be healthy enough.
At this
As
point,
long as you keep him on his feet.
hey man, I watched a couple of minutes of the media day, and one of the interviews, or one, somebody's asking Patrick Mahomes some questions. Hey man, this dude looked borderline possessed when he was answering the questions. He was that focused, that locked in. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of.
He's locked in,
Yeah,
man.
I was kind of knowing it up. I was like, oh man, this motherfucker Pat about to.
Ready.
Yeah, they didn't told him the keywords. He about to go Manchurian.
He's Jordan. Like, he takes that shit personally, dog. Like he takes that shit personally.
Oh, speaking of taking it personally, have y'all heard this footage from some podcast called I think it's called like The Bird and Friends or something, Bird with Friends or something, where they were asking if Jalen Hurts, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, does that make him a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes?
No.
What?
And yeah, you'll have to look it up. And
That's the only criteria they stipulated?
And well, one dude was like, "Well, I can't because he's just the best quarterback." He was just being real,
right?
And dude was like, "No," and you got to look it up and watch it. It's I should have sent it to you, but I didn't think about it till just now.
I mean, a quarterback can get out-dueled, and that don't mean that.
Oh yeah. He got out by
the
Tom
better
Brady in the Super Bowl, but I still don't think Tom Brady's a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's not like they play one-on-one. Like
Right.
it's not like basketball. Like
Right.
You're playing against the other
Right.
team's defense. But I'm still taking Patrick Mahomes over any other quarterback in the league.
Oh, yeah.
I've been on record as saying that.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Let's not be. Let's. Come on.
Yeah, man. Like.
How's this even? Why, to quote Marcus Spears, man, why we doing this, bro?
Straight up.
Why we doing this? We need to understand greatness and respect it, and that's real.
Gotta ask the question though, I guess.
Yeah.
But the answer's no.
But the answer, I mean,
Hey man, I understand
At least
I understand
for the
that the media has to establish storylines for a season to work off of. Nothing against that, right? But this whole who's the best quarterback conversation, this is moot.
that's really not even a.
There's a lot of
legitimate
cap.
conversation in my opinion for the next 4 or 5 years.
Exactly.
But back in the day, you remember it used to be the Manning versus Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no equivalent.
And they're craving it. The media is craving having that counterpart.
Because I mean they try to do it with Allen. Like
They tried to do it with Burrow.
Yeah, they tried to do it with Burrow.
Tried to do it with Herbert.
It's just not.
They tried to do it with Carr.
Yeah, man. And honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair to put those to make those quarterbacks to be a comparison to put them up against the dude because shit, they out here just trying to fucking establish their damn selves. You know, like why they have to keep up with the Mahomeses, you know? And the only reason they do is because somebody has to have a storyline for the season. When it's all said and done, he's Jordan. I mean, that's just what it is. Just put a 23 jersey, just hang a 23 jersey off his uniform, dog.
No, but I think they were trying to make him versus Rodgers, which is that's a way better comparison to Brady and Manning.
That's a.
Oh, and he was talking about bringing his funky ass to Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, that would really just.
I don't think he would.
But that would solidify it though. That would actually be the only quarterback.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. That's the quarterback that you can compare him to and
But
make
I
that
don't
same
think
comparison.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to Vegas. Not this late in his career. Why come to the AFC?
Because now that means you got to play Mahomes, you got to play Herbert, you got to play Russ with Peyton as his coach.
And you got to play Allen, you got to play Burrow. You know what I'm saying? You got to play.
It's murder's row.
It's he ain't the best to it, but Tua. You know what I'm saying? You got it's shit. Lamar Jackson. I don't know how we keep missing him. Yeah,
It would be pure hubris.
Yeah, I don't see him coming to the now. Unless it was the Jets, I could see him going to the Jets still. I just could see it.
You playing Allen twice a year still? Playing Miami twice a year?
Man, I don't know that he would get along with Salah.
Damn, now that you say that, I don't see that.
Now that you say it,
yeah, that shit wouldn't work out.
Salah's gonna want to run the ball some. He's gonna want some input on what the offense does.
Rodgers don't turn the ball over too though. Like a lot of the times, the reason why I think Salah is like his play calling is the way it is, because he's limited.
His ball control, yeah.
At his quarterback, like you don't want them to fuck up. You got White Mike back there, and you got old boy
Wilson.
Yeah, like he's super trash.
Man.
Hey, but I'm on the flip side of that. Rodgers with them wide receivers,
and that's what I'm saying. You give Rodgers that defense.
And that defense.
Yeah, I mean, shit. We up 17. Now I got that defense on your ass. Shit.
Ooh. we might be up 20.
But whoever gets Rodgers is going to overpay.
They got to.
But they're going to horribly overpay.
Cause he's making 50 plus, ain't he? So like wherever he goes, they gotta pay that 50.
Yeah, man.
This is definitely a 50 year in this contract.
Yeah, man. Like he's gonna want a ridiculous amount of money, especially if it's only for a year.
No, but he's cause this is still they gave him a 2 year before this year. So if they trade whoever he trades for, they gotta pay that last year. Cause I think he's still under contract.
That they're going to overpay. And it may give you a few more highlights, but it's not gonna get you a ring. It's very. His career's turning out kind of Brett Favre like. Especially if they actually trade him. I would think. If he's, I'm sure he's concerned about legacy and his image and all that, right? I would think if him being the contrarian that he's been the last few years, I would think that he would want to retire a Packer without going to another team. So that when he does get a gold jacket, he can talk as much shit about Green Bay as he wants to because I was loyal. I was a Packer till I died, till I was done.
So you think that's worth more than $50 million? Him being able to hold that against him?
No, I'm not. But
I hadn't thought about that, but after you said it like that,
that's hella petty.
I could definitely see that as a play.
I could totally see him pulling some kind of Jake Plummer-esque contrarian move.
But Jake Plummer really couldn't play those last few years. Like I still think A-Rod is
really.
10.
You thought he was washed?
Jake Plummer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he was never great to begin with.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was washed.
He had some cool years. Like, comparing him to A-Rod, that's kind of disrespectful.
But I'm saying the only reason.
I mean, we talking about Jake the Snake.
Hold on. The only reason I'm comparing the two is because they had a funky ass relationship with their organization, as much as the fan bases loved them.
Yeah, and they loved him. So yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That is my only similarities that I'm making there. Okay. And I could just see him doing something that nobody expects him to do. I don't know what that may be, or how stupid it may be.
That would be the ultimate display of pettiness.
Yeah.
If he just said, man, fuck this $50 million, it's a wrap. And give me my gold jacket in 5 years.
Yeah.
Hey, that's.
Hey, hold on. That man already has enough money to talk shit for the rest of his life.
Oh, most definitely. Generational wealth.
Yeah.
He's made it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And he doesn't have any kids.
Hey, and look. Yeah, he could go play for some scrub ass team and collect $50 million out of it and not make it to the Super Bowl again, right? Or I can retire and go fucking do fucking cow games and fucking
ayahuasca,
that shit. Yeah, and go chill in fucking Vegas and Arizona and go do whatever the fuck I want to. Give me a podcast and talk this shit, because that's what he really wants to do.
The Rogers Report.
The anti-vax.
He really wants to talk this shit.
The inoculated.
So yeah, I can see if there was a way he would turn down 50 mil if he could get 30 to go sit behind a microphone and talk some shit.
Spotify definitely cut him a fat check.
We'll cut him a check.
Yeah, they are looking to replace Brett Favre.
They need somebody need to. Shit.
But he would talk that shit. He would love to be. He would love to be an alternative media celebrity. He would love that. And if somebody ain't gonna let him be LeBron level GM of the team, then what kind of swag is in it for him?
Well, I say he almost was. Like they've definitely made decisions.
No, but they didn't. But they didn't do. They didn't say, "Hey," he didn't say, "I want this," and they was like, "All right."
Most definitely.
He never got that, and that pisses him off. He never got that.
But when you take the money, though, you can't always have it your way. At least in that sense.
And that's the thing. They're like, look, you can either, you can take this money,
or you can have a squad.
Oh yeah, I'll go get what you want, but
Can't have both.
you can't have both, dog. And every time he said, "Fuck it, just give me the money. Fuck it,
I'll make it work.
I'll figure it out. Just give me the fucking money."
All right. Bet.
Hey,
Come week 8.
Oh,
I don't want to hear no bullshit, Aaron.
Hey, Brady put a lot of money, took a lot of money off the table with the Patriots, dog.
now I mean when your wife is worth $500 million, though, you can do that.
$500 million? It ain't a fool.
I thought she was worth like 600 million or something.
Oh, I thought she hit that ticket already.
I don't know. I know she worth more than me.
Most definitely, all of us combined.
I know her jiu-jitsu trainer is living wild right now.
Having him a good time.
He living wild.
This fool Brady up here with the thirst picks.
It's out here in his draws, dog. And what look like some brown BVDs. What is going on?
No, not the BVDs.
Yeah, it's wild.
You can't tell me they wasn't brown BVDs, dog.
It's wild out here.
I haven't seen.
It was it.
Your boy living that bachelor life.
Hey man, let me. I can't. Obviously, I can't actually put myself in that man's shoes, right? But you've got what's almost universally considered one of the finest women on earth, and she paid, and she just wants you to chill the fuck out.
For your own good.
For your own good.
You only get so long.
Now Tom Brady out here singing the goddamn blues.
And now here thirst trapping. You thirst trapping, Tom. Damn it.
I got my junk in banana hammocks.
Oh man.
Brown BVDs. I ain't got no goddamn sense. Since my woman left me, oh, I'm Tom Brady. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Tom Brady's the blues man. That's why it's taking a year before he goes to do his commentary on Fox.
Nah, he about to slay everything in Miami.
Yeah, buddy.
Shit.
Yeah, he may take a whole year off.
Yeah, he's not going to Fox till 2024. So he's taking a year off to
Do his
Sold his royal oats.
Most definitely. It's gonna be a few Tom Brady Juniors out there.
Times like it's a lot of pussy.
He said, I'm find me a bad one out here, boy. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
The brown BVDs was the equivalent to Rockwell putting on a shirt with the rhino on it.
Shut up, dog.
It's the beacon.
Oh, shit. Oh. It's been a while since I flashed the signal.
I was just about to sit here. I didn't want to say it, but I was
been a
thinking
while.
it. I was like, Yeah. Next thing I know, that's what he's going to
Well, you know,
out
season
Friday.
three coming up this Friday, you know. We have to go dig in the crates. We have to go dig in the crates.
You know.
Stay tuned. Season 3 premiere this Friday.
Yeah.
The Monarchy, the flagship show.
I just want to make Quarter uncomfortable real quick if he's watching. I don't know. I haven't checked to see who all's supposed to be tuned in or whatever. But you know who's about to break somebody's like all-time record?
LBJ.
Yeah.
What?
LBJ, all time.
LeBron's about to break Kareem's all-time scoring record. Possibly tonight. Or
if he hits 40 tonight, he'll break it.
Yeah. And
hey, I can already hear Quarter's argument right now. Kareem ain't a real Laker.
Kareem ain't a real Laker?
That's what he gonna say.
Shit.
We got traded. He was a buck. He got traded. We traded him in.
He won what, 5 with the Lakers?
Sounds right.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
And what, 4 MVPs or at least 3?
4, I think.
I think he won 2 with the Bucks.
4 MVPs over 3 different decades. I think something because I was like, damn. Yeah. He's a bad motherfucker, man. That's the GOAT in my opinion. Even with LeBron, and you know what though, I am honestly, and this is just me personally. I don't give a fuck with nobody else. You know, I know how most people think. Oh, it's Michael Jordan. Yeah, can it be anybody? Yeah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. Dude is also number 4 all time in assists.
Yeah.
My God. That
That's
don't
just,
happen.
Like, that's just a lot of points that he's responsible
That he
for.
is responsible. Dude, this is...
Yeah.
That is amazing. Yeah. Man, I tip my cap. I mean, I already knew he was a pass first player, quote unquote, and he's good at, you know, he's got great court vision. But I didn't realize that he was number 4 in all time in assists. Only behind cats like
it's John Stockton, Jason Kidd, and I forgot who's number 3.
Is it Havlicek? But dude, that's fucking ridiculous. And he's a forward. He's not even a guard. He's not even supposed to be doing half the stuff he's doing. Look, I don't know. I ain't Jeff with the dude or nothing. I guess, but I'm just acknowledging greatness, man. This, I'm not even, as y'all know, I'm not even like a big LeBron fan. But I honestly didn't think I'd see anybody break Kareem's scoring record in my lifetime.
I'll say, shit, Carl came close, didn't he? Because he was like, I think, maybe 1,500, 2,000 points away from it when he retired.
I feel like he was even further away than that. I feel like the closer Carl thought he was getting, the further away he was. Because, you know, he couldn't count right.
No, he could count.
No,
they just weren't old enough.
I was about to say he couldn't count to 16 or 18.
Definitely couldn't count to 18.
So, let's fuck Karl Malone.
Don't even have to say allegedly on that.
No, there's no allegedly. There's definitely no allegedly. There's all kind of paper write-ups about that one. Karl Malone knocked up a 14-year-old.
But you're saying LeBron James is most definitely a top 75 player of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even watch basketball, and I can tell you that.
I mean,
Some people would say he's not. That's all I'm saying.
if you could even name 4 people that, you know what I'm saying, that you would think were better, I might have, depending on the 4 people that you name, I may have the debate with you about how he's number 5. I would depending on the 4 people you name, and
right.
But I already know the 4 people motherfuckers are gonna name: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, and maybe Shaq. You know,
I mean, a lot of people say Kareem.
Or Kareem. I would say, yeah. And then they say LeBron. So I would be willing to have the debate, but you know, once a motherfucker put Kobe in a top 5, I can't argue no sense with you.
You say Kobe Bean is not top 5?
No.
like nobody could even make the argument.
I mean, you can make the argument, but it's not gonna change my mind. I think he's a top 10 player all time. Yeah, no doubt about that. But I don't think Kobe's top 5.
Because I always put Bird over Kobe.
I put Tim Duncan over Kobe.
That's definitely debatable. Duncan would be in my top 10. I don't know if I can.
Tim Duncan is probably my favorite all-time player now.
He got 5?
Huh?
I'll say he got 5 too, don't he?
Yep. Yeah, I love watching. He made it look so easy. And his footwork was fucking tremendous. He wasn't supposed to be 6'11", 7'2", or whatever he was, and being able to move your feet like that well. That yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know. Kobe's probably, like, in my opinion, maybe like number 7.
So would you say that Tim Duncan is underrated?
Is underrated or overrated?
Yeah, is he underrated?
Tim Duncan. I think Tim Duncan is. Honestly, I think he's surprisingly underrated. Simply because he wasn't his. When you go back and look at his highlights, the highlights are boring as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
If you can call them highlights.
It's gonna be the same thing.
It's a lot of fundamentals.
But it shows you
machine-like consistency.
Right, I can say it, but it shows you how much he was that what was drilled into him and what he drilled into his opponents. The same moves. And they couldn't stop it. You knew it was coming and you couldn't stop it.
Couldn't do nothing with it.
So it's a and I think that would be the hilarity of it also, that it was just every night. And he never, was all super fist pumping in the air and kicking and screaming and shit. He's just
putting in work.
Turn around and tell somebody on the way down, hey, next time maybe you should try doing this to stop. He trying to give these dudes the game and they ain't taking it. So yeah, that was I think Kobe's, and people always, they don't listen to what I'm saying. I don't think Kobe's a bad player. I'm just not taking Kobe over a lot of people because Kobe's gonna shoot my squad out of contention possibly because Kobe's a shooter. If he touched the ball, you know what Kobe gonna do. He's not giving that ball up.
It's going up.
It's going up. He's going up with it. He's shooting that rock.
Now he may pass it to himself off the backboard.
Off the backboard.
Well, I say getting back to the Super Bowl. Since last week we did our 2 early predictions, did anything change with you?
Yeah, like I was saying, just I think I do think Philly is going to try and run on us. They definitely have a talented receiving core, but we probably went up against the best duo in the league in the AFC Championship if we're just keeping it a buck.
Well, I'll say AJ and Devontae. That's
AJ and Devontae are nice.
Yeah.
And they do,
That's
and they
two
do
number
have a
ones.
good rapport with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not nice, but as far as having a relationship and that chemistry and whatnot, Chase and Higgins were way farther ahead. And I'm not saying that AJ and Devontae can't turn into that.
Well, Chase and Burrow are cheat codes right now because, LSU.
Right, exactly.
So that's, that they already synced up. That's
But shit, him and Higgins had 3 years too at this point.
Yeah. But I think our young guys in the defense are going to step up against their wide receiver core. I think where we're going to be challenged is how dedicated they're going to be to the run game, and if they get any success out of it, they're going to stick with it.
I don't know. AJ getting fade patterns thrown to him kind of scares me.
Sure, in the red zone. Yeah. But I don't know. I think we can. I think we can play well enough against their pass game for it to not kill us. You know what I mean? I think they're going to try and run on us. They've been trying to run down the throat of everybody they've played.
Definitely what they do.
I don't think they're going to stop with that. So we just need to go ahead and just stack up the box and let the chips fall where they may.
But I think if the Chiefs do get out like to an early lead, a big lead, and if it is a shootout, like can your rookie DBs contain them? If it does come to that.
They'll probably give up a score, man. I mean, like if we're keeping it a buck, they'll probably give up one. But if they,
I mean, if they have to, like if the Eagles have to start forcing the issue to get back in the game.
It all comes down to third down. Can you get off the field on third? If we can do that against the pass, we're fine. You know what I mean? If we're in third and shorts, we're in third and 3, third and 4s. There's a chance they may run on us, and there's a chance we can fucking lose on that. You know what I mean? So I would rather them not just run all over us and all their fucking third downs be third and shorts. Third and long, our defense plays well. We don't get gashed on third down. You know what I mean? So we don't win them all, but we don't get gashed on them. I think they just got our backfield just got to play our defensive backfield just has to play a solid game. They don't have to win the game for us. Pick would be nice, you know what I mean, but they ain't even got to do that. If they can hold receivers long enough for us to get some sacks, that's just as good. You know what I mean? but I just don't want to get ran over. Yeah, I don't want to get ran over, man. That's a bad way.
It's a possibility, though.
That's a bad way to lose the Super Bowl. Is just get it ran down your throat. It hurts not have to do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, but that would be terrible. That'd be real terrible.
So what's your prediction, P?
You know, I'm still having a hard time picking a road. I see a few things that are distinct, in my opinion, are distinct possibilities.
Well, how do you see the Chiefs winning?
I see the Chiefs winning two main ways. One way is not necessarily in a shootout manner, but it's a close game. A 27-24, 28-27 type, something, you know what I'm saying, something like that. The other main way I see is a fucking blowout. I see the Chiefs going out there and molly-whopping the shit out of the Eagles in the first half, and then coming out in the second half with more molly-whop for their monkey asses. And I believe that either way is very viable. And honestly, I think that it could be one way. I think it could be a very tight first half, and then all of a sudden the Chiefs come out and, oh my God, is that the mollywop? Oh, it is the mollywop. Goddamn. And Captain Caveman on their bitch ass in the second half. I don't know, but I'm gonna say that if I had to, since I have to say something, I'm gonna go. 24-21 Chiefs. 45-17 Chiefs.
So either way.
Yeah, I can see the Chiefs scoring 45, dropping a 40 burger, just to shut motherfuckers up. Cause it's been a lot of cats on TV and radio been like super, borderline disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been that way all year, though.
It has, and it's at some point you have that's like me being fed up with people singling out Mike Remmers, like it was just my, you just at some point it just the dam breaks, and I feel like the dam is breaking. I don't know.
So who has a big game? If the Chiefs score 45, that means somebody's had a crazy game.
The defense.
So you think they taking one back?
I think the defense takes one back, and possibly even a return of some sort on special teams. If the Chiefs score on defense or special teams, or special teams return,
it's ours.
They'll win. They will win the game, and I think that will commence the blowout. Since betting is legal, we'll probably be making a bet as a show. I'll talk to y'all after the show.
Okay.
Figure it out. But yeah, I would if I was betting, I'm betting either, like I said, Chiefs 24-21, or 45-17. But I see the Chiefs winning. I feel more confident about this game than I did the Bengals game. because I had almost not really no confidence in the Bengals game, but I just was like, hey, it could happen again. If anybody's gonna do it, could do it, why not them? But fortunately, their hubris took them down. Cancun on 3.
In Burrowhead.
In Burrowhead. So what about you? What's your pick? What you think?
I still got Chiefs 38-17. Yeah, I think it's gonna get ugly in the second quarter. And the Eagles they won't have an answer for it. So I think it's gonna be a blowout. The second half is
Chiefs are gonna be Clubber Lang.
Pretty much. Throw in the towel.
I would be down with that.
Like, I want to see a good Super Bowl. I just don't think this is going to be a good Super Bowl.
That'd be a great Super Bowl.
I do not want there to there.
I'm talking about
if Sirianni wins, there is now a Todd Haley coaching tree. Yeah. That we can't have. Yeah. We can't have.
But I mean,
not on our watch.
It's already a thing, though.
Not on our watch.
Because he did take them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be a Todd Haley coaching tree. It should be whatever Sirianni do.
Is Todd Haley still coaching?
Hell no. Nowhere.
But he's a consultant for somebody, ain't he?
He probably back to being a golf pro. Mm-mm.
Yeah, Eric Bieniemy still out here calling. Let me stop.
He's gotta go somewhere.
He's got to go somewhere else.
No matter what happens in the Super Bowl, Bieniemy has to be on another squad come next season. He just got to.
Yeah, even if it's a lateral move of quote unquote offensive coordinator, but he actually gets to call plays. Mm-hmm. So I guess that really wouldn't be a lateral. That'd be kind of a step forward, I guess. But yeah, he cannot be on the Chiefs coaching staff next year.
Who?
Bieniemy.
No. He's gonna get a job, man.
It's not gonna be a head coaching job, apparently, because they almost are gone.
Well, no, I think he's still in the running for the coach job. Because I don't think they.
I don't think they were bullshitting.
Yeah, I think he's a legitimate option for the coach job, and I would love to see him in the coach job. That's not a bad spot for him, I think.
It's not.
No, I think it's a good match. They got a great backfield.
And with the exception of not having a quarterback at all.
But he would love to have a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
He'd love to have a rookie quarterback that's going to depend on the running
He
game.
could really talk some shit.
Yeah.
You ready? All right, let's go. We're going to ride this horse.
Hand off left on 3.
Hey, if he can find him something 60% of Mahomes,
man,
he gonna be all right.
In the draft, though?
Yeah. 60% of Mahomes. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, he was that dude. Bieniemy was that dude.
Because they have the 5th pick coming up in this draft?
The Colts?
Something like that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, so Bieniemy get him a decent quarterback. With the defense they have, they do have a couple issues on their offensive line now. But I mean, those are fixable.
Yeah. And their line ain't really that bad. They just had a regression for some reason this year. That Quentin Nelson dude is a beast.
Yeah. And I mean, having Matty Ice back there, that's not going to help.
That was your problem, dog.
Not really helpful.
It just wasn't to be. It just was not to be. That was a failed experiment.
Man. I'm still trying to figure out how dude is the owner of both biggest comebacks in regular season and postseason history. Our Super Bowl history.
Man,
The Colts
like,
picked
dude, like,
You said
Yeah.
the fourth pick?
Colts pick 4th, yeah.
oh, yeah.
So they can definitely trade up and get one of the two quarterbacks that everybody are saying, you know what I'm saying, are 1 and 2 in this draft.
Who are those?
Dude from Alabama, and then I forgot the cat that
Oh, yeah.
dude from ESPN always talking about. And he's not from I don't think he's from a big school either.
Because the Bears don't need a quarterback, but the Texans do.
Most definitely.
The Cardinals don't need a quarterback, but the Colts do. Shit, the Colts could possibly stay where they are, and unless somebody else traded up.
And that's what I'm saying. I think somebody else would trade up.
I can't think. I remember dude from Alabama, but I can't think of the other dude's name. I don't. Like I said, I watched some college football this past season. I didn't watch a lot, like I have in the past. I wasn't getting up on Saturdays.
Say to check out that good Big Ten on ESPN.
Check out that good Big Ten package. Some good Purdue versus Indiana. Some Minnesota versus Iowa.
Man.
Some of that Nebraska versus Penn State. Then watch some of that good Mid-America Conference. Some of that Central Michigan versus Minnesota State. Go Chippewas.
Man. And then whoever the wide receiver is in any of them games, that's who we gonna draft. So they can be a bust. And they still got the Eagles +2 or 2.5.
Really?
Yeah, I definitely thought when the when the reports came out, like as far as the injuries went, that it was gonna move at least back down to 1.5. So yeah, it looks like the money is where it's gonna stay at this point.
Yeah.
What does he say? Eagles by 2?
Mm-hmm. I saw 2.5 on some of them.
Well, Eagles by 2. Yeah, that seems like good money.
Yeah, so they still got the you know what, the Colts may not have to move up because they got the Bears taking Jalen Carter.
Yeah, the Bears don't need a quarterback because they got Justin Fields.
That's who it is. They got the Texans taking C.J. Stroud from Ohio State.
Is that a quarterback or a wide receiver?
It's quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yep. Yeah, so if it goes down like they have it going down, the kid from Alabama, they got going to let's see, the Cardinals, Will Anderson, and then they got the Colts getting Bryce Young out of Alabama, the quarterback. So yeah, they wouldn't have to move up. But that's saying that one of the other teams wouldn't move up that are needing a quarterback right now.
Right. So they may go ahead and bust that move up to number 1.
Yes, and they would almost have to do that.
Just to ensure they get who they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if they made that trade for number 1, you never know. They may mess around and take Stroud at number 1. Yeah, because dude from Alabama is just way too small. Like, and it's not just that he's short. Like, dude is just like he's small of stature.
Oh yeah, he's a tiny guy. I don't know if he could take them NFL hits.
Yeah, this was the cat that he was talking about. Will Levis out of Kentucky, they quarterback.
I've actually seen him play a few games this season. He's decent.
Mm.
He's got a solid arm, that's for sure. Accuracy's fairly good. Kind of mobile.
Oh, LeBron got the record tonight.
Oh, you got it tonight?
Yep.
Big up to the new scoring champ.
Number 1, congratulations.
I'm gonna text that to Quarter.
Say now text him. Does this put him in the top 75 at least?
I'll be like, guess who put the ball in the hole more times than Michael Jordan?
Oh, he been and did that though.
Yeah, but let Quarter tell it didn't count.
That was all I had for tonight, fellas. So you got anything?
Nah,
Nope, I'm good.
Oh, yeah, I guess I do have one thing. We're going to get on live for about a half hour, probably right before the game Sunday, just to check in, talk some stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we may get on live after if the Chiefs win. If not, we may get on live either way. Shit, I don't know. All depends. But we'll definitely be checking in Sunday. So when you see the notification, it's real. Don't forget, Linearchy returns live Friday.
It's Friday.
Yeah, buddy.
It feels like it's been a lot longer than it has been, but
Shit, it's been 2 months. A full 2.
man,
It's been a grip.
well, we about to hit the ground running, I guess, because a lot of stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. All right, y'all. Peace.